Hey everyone, welcome back for more Final Fantasy XI. We're in the Alchemy Guild in Bastock Mines, getting ready to bring you another crafting episode. This will be the second ever crafting episode we've done. The last one was episode 75, where Mrpierso learned how to fend for himself and make a sandwich. Such a useful life skill. As we said recently in the series, my lovely fiancee Rita will be playing Ragecat casually. She's especially taken an interest in the crafting, so Rita is joining me today for the second crafting episode.
We don't trust Mr. Mrpierso making the sandwiches anymore.
Yeah, Mr. Mrpierso's step into the food business was kind of a bust. Wow, that was almost too real for me. I used to work in a McDonald's restaurant, and yeah, that brought back some conflicting memories.
I've been in the deli business. I don't think you're cut out for it. So what are we doing in the Alchemy Guild? Are we making, like, poisons, or what are we doing?
That's a great question. So the plan for this episode, I know you've been dabbling in some crafting off camera, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on how that's been, especially since you're very new to the game and didn't play back in the old days. So looking at Mrpierso's crafting skills, I've got Alchemy capped at level 20. So I've got to do, as we did in episode 75, when Mrpierso had to do the very first cooking guild quest thing and fishing, at level 10, we have to do a quest in order to raise our crafting skill cap. So the item that Mrpierso has to make is a poison potion. Now, poison potions, there were dark times back in Vana'diel when people used to take poison potions and mass suicide in the streets.
They unalived themselves in public?
Yeah, the game was just too much, and, you know, de-leveling and, you know, hours wasted, and people just couldn't take it anymore. It was seriously a thing. People would actually do it as a joke, like in troves. They'd be like in like Juneau or one of the other starting towns. They would you'd come in and there'd just be like a mass, like just mass death all over the town.
Didn't you, like, lose XP and possibly de-level if you died back then?
Oh yeah.
And people would jokingly do that?
Yeah. No one ever said we were role models.
What do you want to trade?
I just need to grab some crystals off you, because I've literally been funneling all my crystals to you.
I didn't know you were only allowing me to borrow the... I joke, okay. Okay, so what do you need?
I could do with some lightning crystals and some water crystals.
Okay, so when they're in a stack of 12, they are in a cluster. There you go.
Well, the cluster, when you use the cluster, it turns into a stack of 12.
Right. Sorry, I've done the cooking stuff. I know what I'm doing, kind of. It just needs to come back to me.
So first things first, so I need to make a poison potion. Not so I can off myself in the guild and traumatize everyone here, but to get my alchemy quest passed and get my cap raised. So first things first, in order to make a poison potion, and all this information can be pulled up on FF11 Clupedia, there's numerous guides. So we need 1 mercury and 1 poison dust. Now, because I'm a recruit level, I can buy poison dust from that Odoba Galka over there. He also sells mercury, so I've already got some mercury. I'm going to demonstrate making poison dust, and this is where it's handy to dabble in things like fishing and other crafts as well, too. So first I'm going to use a lightning crystal. So in order to make poison dust, we need 2 yellow globes. These can be caught in Mhaura with a sabaki rig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You'll get like Bastor sardines, some kind of kelp, and yellow globes. These are a poisonous fish. Don't put it in your mouth.
Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth.
Every Canadian child knows that. That public service announcement with the puppets. That's how we stayed alive.
That's how we separated the chaff from the wheat.
Pretty much. Okay, so now that I've gone ahead and made some poison dust, let's go ahead and mix some mercury and some poison dust. And let's see if we can make a poison potion.
Okay. in real world, I can't imagine that taking a liquid poison and adding some powdered poison doesn't necessarily make it more poisonous. Like,
Woo! Mrpierso, the science hoe. I sense you have attained enough knowledge to move on to the next plane of alchemy. Make a flask of poison potion, and I will further entrust you with the secrets of the universe. If you ingest it while in here, well, please don't do that. It's not covered by our insurance. Okay, here we go. This work seems to be flawless. I hereby entrust you with the title of Initiate. I look forward to seeing your future work. So there we go. If we go back to crafting skills, we can see that my cap on alchemy has been raised. Mrpierso's career as an alchemist looks a lot more promising than his career in the food industry.
yeah, both of the items were poisonous either way.
We are in Winterswater's north outside of the Culinarian Guild. So I got the one guild quest that I wanted to do on Mrpierso. We're now going to put the spotlight on my lovely fiance while she works on some of her guild cap quests. So what are we doing here today, babe?
Okay, so my cooking level is at level 50.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working behind the scenes trying to get to a level where I could make food that your adventuring characters would have something of benefit, working my way towards that.
That explains
so-
all the weird mystery meat I keep finding in my bag.
Yeah, sometimes I dump it in there, and also why I'm like, you know, hey, give me money, I need to buy stuff. On that note, I've got everything that I need to make some apple pie, except for cinnamon, so let's see if I can buy some.
Now, with me being on the computer with the recorder, I won't be able to see exactly what you're doing like we could with the alchemy test, so you'll be good to kind of walk us through what you're doing, eh?
Yeah. So first I'm talking to this one person, the Chomo Jinjal. Just gonna see if they have any. Miso, soy sauce, bonito, daikon fish stock, Sandorian flour, maple sugar. Chomo didn't have any, and Kopopo doesn't sell unless the shop is open, which is only from hours 5 to 20, and it just shut because it's 21 hours.
I can just see if I can go get you some on the AH.
You're supposed to be a little bit more subtle during drug deals, honey.
I can't think of an appropriate way to respond to that, so I'm just gonna park it and not say a thing. There you go. Now you've got that's all you needed for your apple pies, right?
Yeah, it's the one of the things that I can't make short of the crystals. It needs to be purchased. Okay, so to make an apple pie, you need a fire crystal, pie dough, cinnamon, maple sugar, fairy apple, and an egg. The pie dough is something that I made a giant stack of earlier. That consists of water crystal, butter, salt, flour. The maple sugar I processed myself from maple logs and lightning crystals, so this is all from scratch. Okay, so first I need to process my fire cluster into some actual crystals to use.
Yeah, I've been getting you a lot of clusters from the Livugan and Palace and the Shrine of Ravata up on Tulia there.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, otherwise I would have had to spend money at the auction houses. One lizard egg. You can use chicken eggs as well, but lizard egg works fine. One apple. Now I need not a moat carp, that's not suggested. Where is it?
This pie tastes funny.
There it is. Pie dough.
There's something fishy about this pie.
Maple sugar and cinnamon. I believe that's everything. Go!
With the timer going and the judges getting ready, can Ragecat finish this pie in time?
I'm plating as fast as I can.
Yes, chef! That looked promising.
Well, I'm already level 50. It's not like I was trying to force this recipe from a lower point.
Oh, damn, you
I
got
actually
four
made-
apple pies?
Yeah?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm at level 50. I was literally just waiting for my level cap to go, so I'd be good to go.
I like how they've got
Right.
this one NPC over here just, like, flipping peppers.
Pretty much. I think I got the right guy here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time you moved on to the next culinarian level. Here then, whip me up an apple pie. If it tastes good and it's presented well, I'll teach you some new cooking techniques.
No, kitty, this is my apple pie.
I can make a mean apple pie, but my mom makes a better crust than I do.
Oh, I know you can. I still remember that time. I think we were there visiting your parents for Christmas, and there were literally like 6 pies sitting on the table.
The pie-pocalypse, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so I traded in the pie. Oh, now this is delicious. I shall acknowledge you as a journeyman. Ha! Perhaps we should get you to teach at Our Ladies Society Cooking School. You are now recognized as a journeyman of the Culinarians Guild.
Cool.
Yay!
Congratulations.
You
Now,
want some pie?
oh, sure. My inventory says no, but my mouth says yes. We're in the little port town of Mhaura, just over by the ship dock, and we're getting ready to do some fishing. And Rita is still crafting to her heart's content, now that she's no longer capped.
Pie!
Still making more pie, eh?
Well, I got the stacks of ingredients and I'm making 4 at a time.
With fishing, I think I'm a little ahead of you on fishing. I've got my fishing skill up to level 22 right now.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you're double of what I got.
What's your fishing sitting at?
12.
Okay. So we've been using the Genuine Fishing Guide. If you just Google like FF11 Genuine Fish, it'll come up. So huge shout out to the person, I hope I'm saying this right, Icona Sylvia. So thank you for writing that guide. It's been a huge help to us. It goes through the different levels of fishing, areas to go, which lures to use. It tells you which rods to use too. Honestly, I just bit the bullet, went ahead and got both Rita and myself the Lushanks fishing rod. It's, I think to this day, it used to be the best fishing rod in the game. I think it's now the 2nd best fishing rod. And yeah, no, it's good. It can break on some larger fish, I believe. But so far, I've had no problems. And what we're going to do in Mhaura is I've got the Sabaki rig, which will help us to catch yellow globes, which I used earlier to make poison powder. And we can also get Bastor sardines, and there's also like a kelp that you can catch as well too. And sometimes you'll catch like random trash stuff like rusty leggings and crap like that.
Is the kelp something you can use in alchemy?
Probably. I haven't checked into it. You can look up basically every item on Google in the game and kind of see what it's used for, if it's needed for a quest or if it's part of a recipe, or if that item itself can be crafted from base components.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's some sardines. I do like the fishing in this game. I mean, it's simple and repetitive, but I do find it relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little thing to do if you're like I sometimes play FF11 on my laptop, and I'll just have my laptop in my lap while I'm like watching TV or doing something else. Because you can just absent-mindedly do it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the crafting and the fishing and all that stuff so far, how are you liking that whole system, babe? I know we were just getting through doing those crafting quests, but I'd really love to hear your thoughts so far and what you like about this and FF11 as a whole, and how has your casual playing experience been so far?
Well, I'm obviously quite invested in the crafting episodes and the behind-the-scenes work that goes into them. I do like this idea that all this random junk that you can pick up from monster hunting actually goes to use, that can be processed into something you can either ingest, your character can ingest for HP or buffs or whatnot, rather than just you're always giving things away for money. I'm a little sad that fishing takes so much longer to level up than all the other ones.
Yeah, fishing is quite a grind. I mean, kind of makes sense though. I mean, if you fished in real life at all, I mean, fishing itself is an exercise in patience.
Yeah. I think it's just that I've been spoiled with how quickly I can get through cooking stuff. It certainly helps that Ragecat is Mrpierso's alt account. So money, crystals, they're just kind of funneled through Mrpierso into Ragecat. So this is practically an alt character for crafting and occasionally being brought along as a monk to punch things.
Yeah, well, it's kind of an interesting arrangement that we have, because, like, I had the second account, and I remember, like, some skits early on in the series. I'm like, oh, you know, like, there's some parts where I really need, like, a second set of eyes because there's some camera angles you just can't get of yourself on your own character. It's better to record with a second set of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought to myself, why I have this second account and I'm paying for it and I'm not doing anything with it. Why don't I just have like an alt character and then I can dual box?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought to myself too, if you're ever interested in coming and playing the game, and I know you've helped out with like roleplay skits and stuff, instead of having to start a character right from the beginning, you can come on to a prearranged, you know, pre-leveled character
Mm-hmm.
and be able to experience the game without having to start like right at level 1 and start from scratch, right?
It's very much a silver spoon situation, but for somebody in their 30s who had never played MMOs before, this was certainly a much nicer introduction than sink or swim, off you go.
Yeah. No, and I think it works out really nice. And it's kind of funny, like, because now that you're playing and doing all the crafting, it's actually kind of funny. Like, Marin and I will be out doing something, and I'll, like, go into Ragecat's inventory, and I'll be like, it's full of, like, random... Like, it looks like half a dozen people just dropped their groceries here and just left them on the floor and took the bags. It's just a mess. And I'm like, oh, right, it's because Rita's crafting. I just don't know where anything is anymore. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, it's Rita's having fun. That's great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look at my inventory right now, and it's you just like, oh, yeah, there's some crystals in there, an apple, a cabbage, milk, fish, a giant piles of sheep teeth, because, you know, that's definitely something you want to carry.
Right. Oh, here. I know we did this off camera, but I really want to catch this on video. You remember that time I was catching Bastor sardines, like, excessively? And we had, like, this well-oiled machine thing going?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
catching the fish, and you were just, like, making them into meals.
All right.
Okay, here's 16 Bastor sardines.
Here's some pie.
Jeez.
What diet?
Pierso's gonna have to, like, lay off riding mounts for a while, or he's gonna get fat.
Is the pie actually good for your character? Like, is that something that is useful?
It's good for mages. Sweets, the rule of thumb is that, like, sweets and pies and stuff are really good for mages. They'll usually give you, like, intelligence or mind buffs, extra MP. You might recover more MP points when you're healing, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Really important back in the old days when you were doing, like groups out in, like, the dunes and other areas and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I am way above sliced sardines as something that I need to level grind, so I'm not getting points for this, but hey, sliced sardines.
I just really wanted to capture this because I remember we did this a while back, and we were out here for probably, like, over an hour, and I was just catching Bastor sardines like crazy, like moths to a flame. And the whole time I was funneling them to you, and you were just making the sliced sardine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the closest we'll ever get to owning a food truck. Pretty much, eh?
I need to see if I can use these sliced sardines for anything, or whether my Mhaura is just gonna have to eat them.
Well, I like to think that's a good road snack for Ragecat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, we go to do, like, some kind of a quest or a big fight, we get our butts kicked, and Ragecat's like, when I get upset, I eat.
Actually, my dad and I when we go on trips, there's a milk crate box between the front seats full of non-perishable food items. And some of that is cans of sardines because, as my dad says, you don't want to put appetizing food in there because then you'll eat it before it's an emergency.
Yeah, that's a good point. I have that
Yeah.
problem if I go out on like camping trips. I have to be like really careful what some of my snack foods are. Like I've mentioned in some, I think I've mentioned in some videos on the channel that, you know, the camping out of the back of our truck and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like some snacks, I'm like, I got to be careful how many I take because, you know, if I'm having like a boring day where I'm stuck back there in the rain or something, those snacks are not safe.
Well, you know what the ultimate emergency food is? You know you're not going to eat it until the end is nigh. Cat food.
Cat food, yep.
Yep. There's no way you're going to dip into your emergency snack funds if it's cans of cat food.
So for anybody who is new to FF11 or hasn't tried fishing, the outfit that I'm wearing, just want to mention this before I forget to, is the fishing tunica. So I've got the fisherman's tunica, the body piece, the gloves, the pants, and the boots. So these give a +1 to your fishing skill. So how I do it is when I'm following this genuine fishing guide, for example, we're in Mhaura right now, and the guide recommends level 14 through 17 for fishing here. So if I was at level 10 for my fishing skill, I would add 4 to that. The game doesn't do it for you, unfortunately. An old clunky FF11 interface. But I would add this to 4, that would equal 14. So I would feel satisfied that I could come fish here and level up. So because I'm level 22, but this gear puts me up to about level 26, I'd be fishing off the river bridge in Zarin Mines, is where I would be going to actually level up. Hello.
I'm putting pants on as fast as I can. Don't look at me.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep watch. I'll make sure you're safe.
The show's over. The pants are on.
I got it all on tape. So you said that your fishing skill's at level 12 right now, right?
Yes.
So if we add 4 to that, then this is actually where you need to be right now to level up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you got your
so-
Sabaki rig?
Hold on. So I just need to find it all.
Okay.
No, not ammo. Oh, ammo is where the rig goes.
Yeah,
Hold on,
ranged is where the rod goes, and then ammo is where the lure goes.
Mm-hmm.
You bend down and touch your toes.
Bend over and cough.
I'll show you where the golden chocobo goes. What? Nothing.
What?
I was trying to make a Super Troopers joke. I don't think
No.
it. I think it was a solid 3 out of 10. Well, at least now that we're doing this episode and we can argue that we got it on video, it's we can just kind of do what we want now. You were ripping through cooking like so quickly that I was like, wait, I want to make sure we at least get like one of your quests in there.
Well, I remember you asked me to stop at 40. And
Yeah.
then, like, you know, later that day, okay, I guess I'll wait. And you're like, wait, what?
You're like,
Okay, I guess you can go to 50.
I can cook more now. Yes, please.
Just make sure you don't find me at 3 a.m. with my eyes bleeding. Honey, what level are you at now? 73.
You know, I seem to recall there were some nights that I was working night shift, and you were still like texting me, and I was like, it's 3 in the morning. What the hell are you still doing up? You're just like, cooking. I need more gill.
I was temporarily unemployed. I had no reason to have a solid sleep schedule, and
Yeah.
the account is paid for by somebody else. It was logical at the time.
That's totally fair. I would do the same thing if I was in that position.
Yeah.
This is one thing I love about being a shift worker is I can stay up like super late switching over for nights. Like I'm doing that tonight actually as we record this. I go back to work tomorrow night and I can stay up all night drinking coffee, recording, playing games, and not feel like an irresponsible asshole.
Well, I can't stay up all night. I've got something at 10 a.m. tomorrow, but
Yeah.
I feel ya.
But overall, you are enjoying the game so far?
Yeah, like I said, fishing is nice in that as long as you're comfortable at your desk, or if you've got, I don't have this on laptop or something, but I can prop up my phone. I can play 2 games at the same time. I can be technically fishing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can have my phone open to like a simple mobile game and play both of them
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's one thing that I absolutely love about FF11, and other FF11 content creators have mentioned that too, is like the multitasking applications in this game are insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be watching TV, you could be playing another game, you could be on the treadmill. Like hell, I remember one time our little exercise bike that we have, I actually like fit the laptop into like the panel where you're supposed to put your phone, and I was able to like run around and farm, like just item farm while I was on the bike.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean it was a little awkward, but like just, you know, it's not the biggest bike, so worried I was like gonna knock something with my knees and stuff, but it was cool. I remember taking a picture and putting it like ages, like probably a couple years ago. I took a picture of it on the bike and put it up on one of the FF11 groups, and I was like, I need to exercise, but I wanted to play FF11, so I decided I'm going to do both. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We've been looking forward to getting a crafting episode going again. I know this is only the second one that we've done. It was really nice to get Rita in here and get some of her thoughts on how she's liking the game so far. We're going to keep doing some fishing and see what else we get up to. So we will see you all next time. Stay classy, everybody.
Dustin, I need to give you these sardines now.
What?
I need to give you these sardines.
I don't want your sardines.
Let me show you my love!
Yes, ma'am.